Hello all, Yuli here. So it's been a while since my last post, wisdom share, and this morning I had a really amazing meditation. I had a moment of stillness, of quiet, and of peace. And it was dark, so the sun hadn't even come up yet, and the birds hadn't even started chirping. And my awareness was brought to this stillness and this quiet and this peace. And I realized how wonderful and what a gift it truly was and is. And to seek that out more often, because I realized that in my daily life now has gotten so busy that I'm surrounded by others all the time. And there's noise, there's chatter, there's always some sort of sound, and there is rarely ever these moments, these priceless moments of silence and stillness where I can truly be in just my own energy. And so I sat in the dark with my eyes closed, focusing on my third eye and just giving gratitude to the stillness and the quiet. And as I did that, I noticed then that my ears, my hearing was starting to search and seek out sounds, that it was trying to be little grabbers and trying to okay, well, it can't, it was not in belief. It wasn't believing that it could be this quiet. And so then I started hearing the electricity buzzing through the walls and through the ceiling and through the floor. And then I heard from my guides to rise above. And so I floated above those sounds, and then I could just hear the sounds of my thoughts, anxious thoughts, thoughts of conversations, thoughts of relationships, thoughts of all kinds of dynamics, caring for others, what to do's and how to do's, and the egoic mind, the human mind. And I was then prompted again then by my guides to bring my awareness to my thoughts and notice my thoughts, to again rise above the thoughts. And there have been times in the past where my guides have shown me how my thoughts could be like ripples in a water. So if you have a body of water, let's say a lake or a pond, something that doesn't have like a current in it, and you imagine your thoughts as drops, like raindrops, dropping into the water. And the more thoughts you have, the more drops that are dropping into this water of reality, of consciousness. And it's just creating a lot of extra ripples. And so there's a lot of movement then in the water, and there's no stillness. And so I was prompted and reminded again of my thoughts being like drops in water, and how still can I make these waters? And so that was an exercise for me to then bring my awareness to the thoughts, but then to be in the awareness, but not of the awareness, to kind of be more in my spatial awareness and not necessarily so in it. And that allowed me to be able to bring a bit more stillness. And also, like when you're actually focusing on something, so I'm focusing on stilling my mind and quieting my mind and trying to be as hushed as I possibly can be. I even quieted my breath, because for a while I was even just thinking of the breath and thinking of how it sounded, the sound of breath and my humanity. And, then my thoughts went racing off that direction. Then again, no, quiet, still. And so I got it to where the water was smooth, very smooth. There were some ripples and waves, sort of like lulling, and then even stiller and even stiller, until finally it was like a sheet of glass. And what is glass but a mirror? And so I was then able to, see myself. But I didn't see myself as my physical self. I saw myself as my soul self, as my light. So I saw this bright light that was then reflected back to me in this very still water. And if a drop would drop, if a thought would appear, it would ripple out, and there I would lose it again. And then I would bring it back. And then again, there I could see myself. And I was then reminded of the law of one, which was so wonderfully brought up to me yesterday, and reminding me of how we are all one, and how when we focus on ourselves and we focus on our healing, we are filling our cup. And it's kind of like a chain. So if you imagine a chain, and you're one link and I'm a link, whether we know each other or not, we are linked by one consciousness. And if I'm working on myself and strengthening myself, and you're working on yourself and strengthening yourself, then that's strengthening the connection, is strengthening ultimately the collective and the collective consciousness. And so as I was being shown that the earth too is a part of that consciousness, and that with all of our troubled and turbulent thoughts, we're creating a lot of turmoil, and we're creating a lot of suffering, and we're creating a lot of unrest. And if we could all just quiet our thoughts and be in a moment of stillness and a moment of peace and a moment of quiet, where we are in that spatial awareness of our thoughts, of bringing a conscious effort to quieting our thoughts and quieting our minds and becoming in the stillness, we could quiet our environment. And so it's very much also like as above, so below, but as within, so without. And so as we quiet within ourselves, we find that peace, that still, that quietness within ourselves, where then we then radiate that outward. We radiate our frequency, our vibration, and we bring about a sense of peace and calm. Like, have you ever noticed when somebody walks in the room and you just feel at ease around that person? That person is very still and very quiet, probably within themselves. And they're just radiating that frequency of peace and love and stillness. And so that was primarily my message today, was as within, so without. And as we find that peace within ourselves, we can radiate that peace outwards. And also the message was that Mother Earth is part of the collective, as above, as in what is above us and in the cosmos, in the universe. We bring that reality down into our earthly world, and also to the earth. Everything is just like Earth is also a part of that chain. And so as we bring stillness within ourselves, we also calm the waters and we calm the lands, and we all collectively raise our frequency, and we are creating the new earth. We are creating the new reality here on earth. And so with that, I am complete. And I hope that even if it's just for 5 seconds, you find a beautiful moment of quietness and stillness and peacefulness. And that 5 seconds grows to maybe 10 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, and just continues to grow, that we just seek out the quiet, seek out the peace, become the peace that you want to see in your reality. So with that, I am complete, and I love you all so very much. If you like this content, please do click that like button down below. Please do subscribe. I apologize that I am not more consistent and frequent with these posts, but I do as I'm guided, and I'm listening to my intuition so much more. And I will be going on a really big trip coming up soon, so I should have a whole lot to share. Many adventures in 2024. Wishing you all a blessed day and a blessed year. Namaste.